Hello people and welcome. We're going to go do some fishing tomorrow, and we got Joe the cameraman helping here. And what I want to do is show you my itinerary for tomorrow. So we call this the fishing checklist, and tomorrow is the 16th of 2020, and the dock masters could be Leah, Allie, Frank, Chad. Just got a call here from Jonathan. And tomorrow the winds are going to be east-northeast. Speeds 5 to 10 knots, and wave height only 2 feet. We haven't been out since November 1. So we're going to be on Ocean Therapy. High tide is at 6:22 a.m. Low tide, I'm sorry, and high tide is at 12:36. So when the boat leaves the inlet, the tide will be coming in, which is very advantageous to boaters. And additionally, when the boat comes in, the tide's going out, and that's the optimum situation you want. Tomorrow we've got Doug and Joe on the boat, and our boat plan is Lost Tree and then east. So right now I've got $20 for a tip and $35 in the bait, and we're waiting to add the gas to the price, and then we'll know what the cost of the trip will be. Now if you could just walk with me over to this area, we have a packing list. And what this involves is, oh, by the way, here's a masterpiece that was replicated for me through a group out of Texas. But coming back to the preparation list, we're going to start off with accumulating these items. So it's calling for sunscreen, a fish bat, which I no longer use, gloves, bait pail, cooler, hat, polarized sunglasses, electronics. So let's go in here and get a few of those items that were called out. One of them was sunscreen. So we have the sunscreen in the knapsack, and I usually use this knapsack to carry the electronics. So what we have on the boat will come these ropes, which come in very handy in emergencies especially. Here's the sunscreen, and here's a first aid kit. There are no first aid kits on the Freedom Boat Club boats, so you carry your own if you're smart.
Yeah, really.
Additionally, what we're planning on fishing with tomorrow is we're going to put 3 cedar plugs in the back, and you can see this one's brand new. These have both caught fish recently, and these will be jigging and jagging while we do the trolling. These are nice rags to tie onto the rails to wash your hands if you have a clean fetish, and you must always have clean hands unless you want to smell the bait all the time. You must wash. We additionally bringing the ratchet straps, and we do have a sign-up sheet around the corner if you want to take ratchet strap training. Anybody here? They are very difficult precision instruments. These tie onto the cooler, and we'll be talking about the cooler very shortly. In addition, I don't know, and I hate to bring this because it's so heavy, but here's a cast net, and this is a 4-foot radius with 3/8 inch squares cast net. It's quite heavy, and I hate to bring it on the boat, but of course if you don't bring it, you'll run into a school of bait fish, and you'll say, gosh darn, I wish we had brought that cast net. So if we do get fish in the cast net, we'll use this creature to go into the bait well and grab, because if you ever tried to chase a bait fish around in a bucket and grab it with your hand, it's very difficult until you put on your big boy pants, and then you might be able to get it. Also, what I've initiated is a separate pail for sardines. In the past, we've just been cracking open a sardine box and letting the sun warm it, but and then laying it out on the cooler top, and it's subject to the boat and the movements. So what we're going to do, we're going to institute a new process where the sardines will go right in here, and then we'll have an opportunity right in the pail, the sardine pail.
Yeah.
So tomorrow also is going to be a fun get-together. Going to be low pressure, a lot of giggles, and we're going to have a selfie stick to take photos of the group.
Oh.
So we'll work on that.
Selfie stick.
Now, I also hope, in addition to these plugs, we also hope to put this in down low. And we don't know specifically, might go after this, but this was made up this morning at the shop on Blue Heron Boulevard. And I had the Mylar skirt, but they did the hooks with the heat tape.
Yeah.
And the monofilament, and they crimped it. And this hardware, besides the Mylar, it's a $12 unit. I think it was an okay price. And
Yeah.
that's going to be going in the water. I also want to take the opportunity to share with the community this beautiful card that was given to me. You can see the palm trees with the ornaments. I thought it was very unique.
Beautiful.
And Doug, my good friend and fishing partner Doug, sent this. Wishing you the best 2020, your fishing buddy, Captain Twilight. So I wanted to share that with the group. So now let's move over to the cooler area where all the cool people hang out. And this is, I got this on the, through the internet. Walmart, I couldn't find, they had the wheels and the telescoping handle, but you can see it's pretty deep. And I had this custom cutting board made for the top. And just recently I added this leather pouch, which is glued on with Gorilla Glue, and we've got slots here for knives, filleting knives. So what we'll just do is go back over to this area and finish out the list, and then we'll start packing the car. So we talk about the electronics, and what I mean by that is the camcorder, which Joe is using, the Altec Lansing radio system. I bring this myself, and I use Amazon Music. So I'll go in the other room. Oh, a measuring device. We want to make sure we have that. So this is a cumbersome, painful situation where I have to walk and take little baby steps and get things like this. So, for instance, the mahi had to be 20. So we're going to need this in close proximity. So if we get a fish over the rail, we can
hope
put
so.
a measurement on it and release it quickly if need be. So that's the measuring device. Now we're going to go back here and get that Altec Lansing device. There it is. And in addition, let me add that this footstool is very handy. So this not only is used to help pack the car, but it's used to get, we use it to get a height to get up on the poles.
Right.
Joe will be with us, so he's got the height advantage, and we'll utilize him the best we can. He does like to go overboard and swim a lot. He does like to go over and swim, so sometimes when we need to get a rod from up top, Joe's like a quarter mile, in the Gulf Stream.
Yeah, we can't use him.
Yeah, he's unavailable.
He's bait.
Yeah, and he's trolled in a lot of nice fish for us with that sneaky
Technique.
perception that he delivers to mostly the female fish. So just wrapping this up before we come to a close. Lip grips. Oh, the gaff. Yeah, footstool. We talked about that. The gloves and the gaff. The hat. We just secured that this morning. So
Fishing poles.
the poles. Real quick. These 4 poles. And thank you for bringing that up. These are the 4 trolling poles. We're only going to take 3 tomorrow. They're all ready to go. I'll probably use 1, 2, 3. This is my new replacement. One of these broke, and then the bottom poles are over here. I don't know if Joe the cameraman can get those, but you can see
I can get them.
yeah, we're going to get 4 of these.
Nice.
Dougie has his own, so Joe and I will have 2 apiece. We'll only fish 1 at a time. But in case we hook up into the bottom or a fish breaks it off, we'll have a replacement. And as a matter of fact, we just came back from Penn headquarters down in Boynton Beach, where the home of Bang Bang
Bank.
and his friends. And if we go over here, we'll see the replacement reel that they gave me for this automatic line counter right up in here, the Squall unit.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay, so what I want to do is thank you folks for joining and listening to this video, and we'll have some live reports on the boat tomorrow. Tight lines, calm winds, and tiny waves.
And plenty of fish. We go.
Plenty of table fare. Thank you.